Hey, Nerd Society. Today we're diving into one of the biggest debates in the superhero world. Batman versus Iron Man. Two billionaire geniuses, two incredible suits, but with some key differences that set them apart. What makes Bruce Wayne and Tony Stark similar? And where do they completely differ? Stick around to find out. But before we jump in, don't forget to hit that like button, drop a comment, and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any new videos. Now let's get into it. General similarities. Iron Man, like Batman, is a genius, billionaire, playboy, and philanthropist. Both enjoy flirting and are major figures in their respective industries. They inherited their family businesses after their parents were killed at a young age, though Tony Stark was older when it happened. Despite their different origins, both use their intelligence and resources to fight crime in their own way. Batman has a loyal butler named Alfred, while Iron Man had a butler named Jarvis, who later became the artificial intelligence JRVS. Neither of them has superpowers, relying instead on their wealth to create advanced suits and weapons. They also have trusted sidekicks. Batman has Robin, while Iron Man is often accompanied by War Machine. Heroism. Iron Man is recognized as a hero in the Marvel Universe, while Batman, due to his questionable methods, was considered a vigilante for a long time. The media often portrayed Batman as a criminal who brought chaos to the streets of Gotham City. His actions, though heroic, made him a controversial figure in the eyes of the law and the public. One major difference between them is their approach to secrecy. Batman is deeply concerned with keeping his identity hidden, ensuring that only a select few know who is behind the mask. Iron Man, on the other hand, has never been too worried about secrecy and openly embraces the recognition that comes with being a hero. Creation. Batman was created by artist Bob Kane and writer Bill Finger in 1939, making his first appearance in Detective Comics number 27. Following Superman's success, DC Comics wanted more superheroes in their lineup. Bob Kane initially conceived a character called Batman, but it was Bill Finger who refined the idea, shaping the hero into the version fans know today. The character's alter ego was influenced by Robert the Bruce and Anthony Wayne, an ancestor of Bruce Wayne in the comics. For Batman's suit, Kane drew inspiration from Leonardo da Vinci's ornithopter, a bat-wing glider. Kane's original design featured a red and black costume inspired by Flash Gordon, but Finger suggested a darker gray and black look to create a more mysterious figure. As for Batman's iconic white-eyed mask, Finger later admitted that the Phantom influenced the decision to depict him without visible pupils. Creation. Tony Stark made his first appearance in Tales of Suspense number 39 in 1963. He was created by Stan Lee, Larry Lieber, Don Heck, and Jack Kirby. The character was loosely inspired by the life of wealthy and successful playboy Howard Hughes. Iron Man was designed to represent the idea of capitalism's meritocracy, showcasing how intelligence and innovation could lead to greatness. During the 1960s, when Iron Man was created, the Cold War and the threat of communism from the Soviet Union were major concerns. As a result, many of his early stories featured him fighting communists and adversaries from the Eastern Bloc. This reflected the era's political climate and reinforced the message that hard work and redemption could lead to success. Bruce Wayne. Everyone knows Batman's origin story, but let's revisit it. Bruce Wayne was the son of wealthy philanthropists Thomas and Martha Wayne. When he was 8 years old, Bruce and his parents were leaving a movie theater when they were confronted by a criminal named Joe Chill. Thomas, trying to protect his wife, was shot first. Unable to bear Martha's screams, Chill then killed her as well. Traumatized by their deaths, Bruce was never the same again. He was raised by his loyal butler, Alfred Pennyworth, and eventually inherited his family's vast fortune and his father's company, Wayne Enterprises. Standing before his parents' graves, Bruce made a solemn vow to avenge their deaths, dedicating his life to fighting crime. Tony Stark. Anthony Edward Tony Stark was born in Long Island, New York, to Howard Anthony Stark and Maria Collins Carbonell Stark. From an early age, Tony displayed exceptional intelligence, but his genius made it difficult for him to connect with others. This led to a deep fascination with machines, and by the age of 19, He had already earned master's degrees in physics and engineering. At 21, Tony lost his parents in a tragic car accident, inheriting Stark Industries, a massive conglomerate that supplied most of the U.S. military's weaponry. Lacking strong interpersonal and business skills, Tony promoted his secretary, Pepper Potts, to executive assistant and entrusted her with managing the company's operations. How he became what he is. At the age of 14, Bruce left Gotham City and spent 12 years traveling the world, training both his body and mind. Academically, Bruce attended prestigious universities like the University of Cambridge in England, the Sorbonne in France, and other renowned European institutions. A Frenchman named Henri Ducard taught Bruce the art of tracking. A ninja named Kirigi showed him the ways of stealth, and Nepalese monks helped him learn to endure and recover from his injuries. Bruce eventually returned to Gotham, where he took on the role of a vigilante. Despite all his newfound skills, Bruce believed criminals were superstitious and cowardly, needing a symbol to fear. Recalling a childhood fear, he chose the bat to strike fear into Gotham's underworld. By day, he was the billionaire playboy and businessman Bruce Wayne. By night, he became the Batman. How he became what he is. During the war in Afghanistan or Iraq, depending on the version, Tony Stark was in a hostile environment testing a new military technology. However, he was injured by one of his own weapons, leaving shrapnel dangerously close to his heart. Captured by a warlord named Wong Chu, Tony was forced to work under the threat of death alongside another prisoner, the renowned physicist Einstein. Wong Chu demanded that Tony create the most powerful weapon. To prevent the shrapnel from killing him, Tony and Einstein created the arc reactor, which was implanted in Tony's chest. Instead of building the most powerful weapon, Tony used his genius to construct a suit of armor, which allowed him to escape captivity. This marked the birth of Iron Man. Intellect. Tony Stark is a brilliant engineer who has created numerous military weapons, many of which were integrated into his armored suit to help him fight against terrorists. His technological prowess allows him to develop advanced tools and weapons, making him a formidable hero in the modern world. In contrast, Bruce Wayne prefers more traditional methods of crime fighting. He trains both physically and intellectually, aiming to be the best in every aspect of his journey. Batman is a master of numerous martial arts, including karate, boxing, judo, and more. Additionally, both Batman and Iron Man excel in the fields of both the physical sciences and biology, showcasing their vast intellect in a variety of disciplines. Suits. Due to his perfect physical condition and extensive training, Batman doesn't rely heavily on armor, since he can quietly take down enemies with ease. However, as real-world weapons have advanced, Batman's suit has evolved to become more modern and technological, utilizing Wayne Enterprises' resources to make his gear more effective and up-to-date. On the other hand, Iron Man boasts a wide range of armor suits, each designed for a specific function. Tony Stark focuses more on his mental state than his physical prowess, which is why he invests in developing his intellect and relies on his suits to do the heavy lifting for him. That wraps up today's video. Thanks for tuning in, guys. If you enjoyed it, don't forget to like, leave a comment, and subscribe to the channel for more awesome content. See you next time, Nerd Society.